5 NBA players who revitalized their career this season. My name is Josh, your Envyerz. If you support the videos, if you support the art, then support me on Patreon. Currently, I'm no longer a YouTube partner, which means instead of getting paid $1 per video, I'll be getting paid $0. Let's get started first talking about Spencer Dinwiddie of the Brooklyn Nets. It's amazing to see anybody get an opportunity and flourish in that said opportunity. Spencer Dinwiddie did just that with the Brooklyn Nets. Jeremy Lin went down with injury, D'Angelo Russell's been out with injury, so when given playing time, Dinwiddie showed out, and is now currently the starting guard for the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, although Brooklyn isn't the best team right now, the past few years Dinwiddie was on the Detroit Pistons and then released from the Chicago Bulls. He was on the verge of being out of the NBA, it looked like. Nobody wanted him, and in the span of 1 year, he changed it all around. From hardly playing any games his first 2 seasons, and averaging 7 points last year, 2 rebounds and 3 assists, he's now averaging 13.6 points per game, 3 rebounds and 6 assists. Everything doubled for him, and it's good to see success stories like Dinwiddie's in the NBA. Next on the list, we have Victor Oladipo of the Indiana Pacers. Fan favorite to win Most Improved Player of the Year this year, and most likely will win Most Improved Player of the Year because the jump from last year with the Oklahoma City Thunder to the Pacers is absolutely remarkable. Another opportunity for a player to shine and blossom into what other teams thought they couldn't be. He had a weird few years with the Orlando Magic, and then with the Thunder, he wasn't really handling the ball as much. Obviously, because they would rather have the ball in Westbrook's hand for good or worse. But now with the Pacers, he's able to do so more. It's crazy to think that Sabonis and Oladipo were considered a bag of chips the day they traded Paul George to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and originally, Oladipo was the one in the All-Star game and Paul George wasn't. But due to injury, both of them made it and both of them played. Last year's stats for Oladipo, 15 points per game, almost 60. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and now currently this season he's having an amazing year. 24 points per game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. This man's crazy. Once again, shows what an opportunity can do for a player. Moving on, let's talk about Tyreke Evans of the Memphis Grizzlies. He's the epitome of revitalizing your career out of all the players on this list because he's putting up rookie Tyreke Evans numbers. Except for now, he's added a 3-point shot to his game. It only took him a rough estimate of 7 to 8 years to get back, if not better than what he was with the Sacramento Kings his rookie year. And there is a possibility that Tyreke, my boy Tyreke, saw my video of 5 NBA players who peaked too early. He saw that, got it as motivation, hit the gym, practiced his 3-point shot, and thanked Mike Conley for getting injured, as horrible as that may sound, so he could be playing the point guard position for the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, if he didn't see my video, he probably saw the remix version of my video, and it sucks when the remix of a song gets more plays than the actual song itself, and by remix I mean reaction video, and by reaction video I mean all the other 5 NBA players that fell off videos that came out after mine. But last year Tyreke went from averaging 10 points per game, 3 rebounds and 3 assists to now currently averaging 19 points per game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Next, let's talk about Lou Will of the Los Angeles Clippers. When you think of Lou Williams, I think of a perfect 6-man coming off a bench for a bad team or even a playoff contending team, even though if he hasn't really been on much of those. It's odd seeing 6-man of the year award candidates be considered an all-star that same season. And that was the case for Lou Will. People were saying he was an all-star this year. Him himself said that he deserved a spot. And with Western Conference players like Jimmy Butler playing in the all-star game, well, not playing, but sitting out in the all-star game saying, "Coach, don't play me. I'm just here for the courtside seats and all the locker room sussery that happens." Lou Will deserved that spot, and it sucks to see that it didn't happen. Honestly, he'll probably never have a career year like he's having now, especially because he's not really getting any younger. Last year, he averaged 17 points per game, 2 rebounds and 3 assists. This year, he's setting the bar high, averaging 23 points per game, 2 rebounds and 5 assists. Lastly, let's talk about Ricky Rubio, because Ricky Rubio is one of those players that came into the league super hyped and didn't really live up to that expectation. As you all know, drafted above Steph Curry as well, and was an amazing passer from overseas. He came into the league averaging almost a double-double, but it's the Timberwolves. They didn't really have much besides Kevin Love. Over the past 2 years, I've been saying it's time to move on from Ricky Rubio with the Minnesota Timberwolves because it's getting younger here and he still can't shoot. Luckily for the Wolves, they traded him in the offseason, got Jeff Teague as a replacement, a better 3-point shooter. But when he was traded to the Jazz, Ricky Rubio stepped up his game and is helping the Jazz fight for a playoff spot in the tough Western Conference. Him for adding a 3-point shot, that's absolutely huge, because where was this like 2-3 years ago when the team needed him the most to make open shots? Now he's draining threes for game winners. Last season he averaged 11 points per game, 4 rebounds and 9 assists, while this year he's averaging 12 points per game, 4 rebounds and 5 assists. Not getting as many assists, but in a league where everyone wants to beat Steph Curry, you need to be shooting the ball, and Ricky Rubio is doing just that this season with the Utah Jazz. Huge thank you to Edward, Travis, and Alistair for supporting me on Patreon. With YouTube demonetization killing many YouTube channels, thank you for taking the extra step to support the art and support the videos.
Cause we be super duper turned up to the maximum. I ain't here to answer all your questions while you asking, oh man, what up? So the wait is finally over. E.T. the Kingpin, 7 County soldier. Spit a flow so cold, hell froze over. My potential equal greatness, now it's finally time to show you I'm a class act on the fast track to stack racks and pack.